where we question, did he just ditch King Von? Let's find out. Come on.
And y'all the only gangsters, so that's why the situation played out how it played out.
I know it's gangsters everywhere. I don't play with niggas nowhere. Right. I don't give nobody the benefit of the doubt. I can be in Wyoming, and I know it's some street niggas somewhere around here. I know niggas rob and shoot and kill everywhere. So some Chicago niggas might move like that, but that's a narrative they push on us that's really true. Like, you see, you meet niggas like me, I don't treat niggas like they just, you know what I'm saying? Like, the only nigga you heard me say is a bitch-ass nigga is a nigga that's from Chicago. Yellow. So, you know what I'm saying? Like, other than that, I don't be, like, I know it's gangsters everywhere. So, I know, like, I ain't never really been around my niggas and they just been like, oh, he from Iowa, he from Wisconsin, he a bitch, he from Indiana, he from, like, no, this shit going on.
But the reason I say that, though, because it's like,
hey, that's true, fam. Hey, I don't care if you go to Utah. I don't care if you go to the suburbs of your city. Don't underestimate nobody, fam. Don't think you the biggest, roughest, and toughest, y'all mean. Because they got real ones everywhere, on every level, y'all mean.
Okay, all right. In Chicago, Vaughn, you think Vaughn would have ran up on a nigga and punched him first? Because usually a gunplay come right after that. So the fact that he even ran up on Quando and the first thing he thought was, I could just punch this nigga and it ain't going to be nothing.
Because
he underestimated the nigga or underestimated the situation?
The whole situation. He was out of bounds. That's still technically, he was in they state. Like, that ain't they city, but that's they state still.
But if we keep it real, y'all, they had numbers on them though, in they state. So I think it's the mentality of Chicago niggas coming with like, man, these niggas ain't on shit. And then, whole time.
See, I feel it just probably was something deeper behind that with them two. That made him like, no. That we ain't finna start shooting. I'm finna punch this nigga. Like, it gotta be deeper. It was something deeper. It was something deeper, for sure.
A few things that don't make sense about that night. Because the other thing I feel like a lot of people overlook is the fact that it just so happened that after the bullets started flying, Bond's guys pull out guns, start to shoot in, and then the police hop out of the car immediately and start shooting at Slightly and Louis, right? And another person was there. But I feel like that's something where people underestimate. I think the cops were doing surveillance on Von.
And that's another thing. You got some people that say Quando Rondo homie did the capping. But if I'm not mistaken, I heard official papers and official sources say that it was 12 that did the capping. When I say capping, I mean, y'all know what I'm talking about. Laid King Von down. Rest in peace. Now check this out, fam. If it's true that 12 did it, why are we still mad at Quando Rondo and Lil Tim? Please make that make sense.
I think they were following him everywhere he went. Because how damn near you get in a fist fight, someone shoots, and then literally within seconds, there's two police armed shooting on the scene. So I feel like Von underestimated a lot of things. I think the feds were watching him everywhere he went, and I don't think he realized that.
What was it? Feds who popped out and shot, or was it just cops?
That was just state police.
Yeah,
that was just right there.
What?
It's just a little too coincidental. Now they were just right there ready to shoot.
It's outside of a club.
Yeah, it's like a party type area.
That make a lot of sense if they was looking at him to be the head of that case. So if they was looking at him to be the head of that case already, they already was having surveillance on him, following his every moves, because when this shit go down, we going to go get these niggas, wherever from where they at, type shit. And Von got money, so they wasn't gonna be able to let him run. Like, damn.
Did you ever see that video of him hopping off the plane and like some feds?
I was just gonna say that. I swear to God, I was just gonna say
it. It make
a
little sense when you say that. Yeah. But from the body cam footage, it looked like just Atlanta police. If you watch, because that hookah lounge, I've been there before or whatever, or that little spot, like before all that shit, and like there be police just chilling out there in those parking lots and shit. So I don't know, it could be, but I mean, at the end of the day, we do see a video of the feds approaching Von right off the plane and like.
But also, if we found out that like a couple of Atlanta cops had been tasked with like, okay, let's follow this extremely notorious Chicago rapper and his crew around, that wouldn't be surprising in the least, you know, like that probably happens all the time.
Well, the other loose end, a lot of people think that I kind of believe behind the scenes is that I don't think it's a coincidence they ended up in that parking lot together at that time.
No, Von went out of his way to go there. Yeah, he found out that he was there.
But it was a question of, did he get the drop on Quando? Did Quando get the drop on him? Or did they speak and arrange and say, yo, let's get the fade?
I think Quando was booked there, right?
I don't think he was booked at that club. Quando's official story is that he'd been to some other club and they'd been shooting a music video before, and they was just going to go in here and grab some females and Grab some chicks to take back to the Airbnb.
That don't even sound right. I ain't even heard that. I ain't know that part. That don't sound right at all. That don't sound right at all. Because Vaughn, it was Top birthday, I believe, and they was all somewhere else having a time. You know what I'm saying? Like, so now I'm looking at the shit differently because that's crazy.
I feel like they arranged to meet up. Maybe not even on some fighting stuff, but like to have words.
Don't you think we would know?
Yeah, I'll say the police.
I think the opposite though. I think it was just miscellaneous and just fluky, just ran into each other. Because for one, Track already talked about it. He woke Vaughn up out of sleep, and then just if you watch the video, I don't think Quando finna sit there and try to shake the nigga hand if he really think it's all that. You know what I'm saying? Like it seemed like he was going in for the what up, and then it turned to some other shit.
Adam, you've done ecstasy before, right?
Yeah.
You don't catch no sleep on the ecstasy.
I was gonna mention this rumor that I had heard that Vaughn was on an X pill, but like the idea that he was sleeping beforehand does not really agree with that to me.
I've seen toxicology said he was off of ecstasy.
I've done ecstasy, and you ain't taking no naps. That's the last thing you're thinking about.
Hell no.
Yeah, ecstasy can stay in your system for 3 to 4 days, right?
Yeah, it can, but I think
you think he was on that rolling like right now?
Rolling that night for Boss's birthday.
I mean, the nap thing to me just don't really align with that. But I mean, I've also a lot of people are a lot more habituated to ecstasy than I am. So I only probably did it maybe like 10 times in my life.
Well, there's that other video of.
All right, I wasn't gonna speak on this, but bro, I'm just gonna keep it 100. In my past, yes, I have experience with certain things. You know what I mean? And they talk about an ex, you won't go to sleep on that. That's cap. If you done enough of them, and it's not like your first times, bro, you can easily find one that's not too good, and you can end up going to sleep. So I don't know, man.
Vaughn, he's with BJ, and they're saying in the video when he's live talking about, he's saying to the comments, yo, how many bodies do you think I got? More than five? More than five? People are saying he's off at X-Pill in that video.
I've seen that.
But,
a lot of Chicago is X-Pill. It's like your daily vitamin.
Yeah, I used to eat that shit like nothing. Just candy.
So many times I've just been talking to a Chicago rapper, and really a lot of rappers in general. I just kind of had to get used to it that's just not that out of the ordinary.
Leave those days in the past.
I can't live like that.
I'm going to change gears completely and ask you a completely different question, man. Is it true that you grew up around like the Calumet buildings?
So 59th King Drive, Calumet building is really like.
All right, we're gonna pause it right there. So did 600Breezy diss King Von? No, he ain't diss King Von, man. 600Breezy just kept it real and honest. He trying to be down to earth, it look like, man. Because I know the stigma that all these Chirac dudes got. You know what I mean? But nah, if you ask me, I don't think he dissed him. But you can draw your own opinion from this. He's just telling the truth, in my opinion. And y'all let me know what y'all think about this in the comments, man. It's your boy Dot.